E aí galera, sejam todos bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Hellblade Senua'S Sacrifice aqui no canal. No episódio passado nós pegamos o fragmento do labirinto, que foi aquele que estava ali, né, pelo lado. E eu tô chamando isso aqui de cristal, mas é como se fosse um pedaço de espada, né? Então, aí temos agora esse do meio aqui e esse de cá. A gente vai fazer esse de cá primeiro, ó, que é o fragmento da torre, tá? Aí no vídeo passado foi mais resolver puzzle, teve o labirinto lá chatinho pra caramba. A gente viu um pouco mais sobre a relação da Senua com o pai, né? Então vamos adiantar aqui.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Aquele espectro que tá ali, é branco, é o Odin, tá? Quem não entendeu. Eu esqueci de comentar esse detalhe.
Bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken.
There's no way you can fix it.
What do you do now, Sam? It's dangerous. Don't go near it. Don't go there. Don't go too
Where
far.
are we? What is this?
It's the same. It's another world. The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What?
Bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Vamos pegar aqui nossa primeira Lorestone, tá? Vão ser 6 nessa área aqui.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world, fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Dillion is in there. Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to find Dillion. You need Dillion. He's waiting for you.
He always said
He's close.
he cares about you.
Here, he's close.
He loves you.
Calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here.
Dillion.
We're nearly here. We're close. The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
Dillion.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
Vou pegar aqui a segunda lorestone da área.
Do you remember the sound of
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
As máscaras aqui nos possibilitam estar viajando entre o presente e o passado. Pelo menos é o que eu entendi, né? Não sei se posso estar errado aí.
You have no chance of
ever again?
You are guilty.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
him?
up there.
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it. You're nearly there. She find the way.
You're going.
He didn't know. He was cold.
Agora vamos pegar aqui a terceira
Didn't she
lorestone.
listen to her father?
She thought she
Loki
could.
makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands."
Dillian.
And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
You kill the things you love with your curse.
You kill the things that are most precious to you.
Dillian didn't deserve this.
Agora vamos para a quarta lorestone.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
He led you astray. You should have listened. listen to your father when you had a chance?
Why didn't you listen to him?
This love has tortured you, and it tortures them.
Everything gets broken in the end.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Agora a quinta lorestone.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says.
He cared.
Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of Hell. And everything wept.
He was the only
Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Dillion didn't believe in the curse. Dillion believed in you. Nobody will love her now. Can you remember what love feels like? Look what happens to the thing she loves. She destroys the thing she
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel? He saw that she was strong.
Sexta e última lorestone da área.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
He was the only one she could trust.
Could she trust him?
Eu esqueci de dar foco no portão.
The curse. Now the darkness is swallowing them both.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds.
Do you remember?
That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Do you remember what it was to touch him?
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere.
What if they're not real?
What if they don't actually make sense?
They're a trick.
The gods were lying.
If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the world.
The gods are linked, but it doesn't mean
Wasting
anything.
your
You have no time for this. Speed up.
These rooms mean nothing. You're cursed.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
It's laughing at you.
What if they take you no closer to Dillian?
Found Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way.
What if they are just to tire you out, make you weak before the battle?
Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe?
Dillian loves you.
What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute?
His love.
What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she special.
Waste of time.
It could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just
Toying, playing.
What if the gods are laughing at her?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be
It would be the first time. Be quick.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms,
She's not.
had to see the world through his eyes.
She's steady. She can
Slowly,
do it.
the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Go to him. Go to him.
That's it. Quicker.
Quicker.
Where's he gone?
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone.
You've lost him. Just gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you and only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested.
Pronto, terminamos o capítulo Fragmento da Torre.
You never
O
know
próximo
which
será
way it's
lá, mas vai ficar pro próximo vídeo, tá bom? Então, se você gostou desse vídeo, não esquece de deixar um joinha, se possível, compartilhe também. Se é novo no canal, se inscreve aí, tá bom? Muito obrigado por assistir, um grande abraço e até o próximo vídeo. Valeu, fui!